let me take you to the third quarter of a classic ACC blowout. The Seminoles are up by about 21 points and have been dominating the Boston College offense, but playing a little bit more of a prevent losing defense this drive that encourages the offense to run the ball. Boston does just that over 12 plays to eventually score, taking them 4 minutes off the clock on top of that. And as a little bonus, they mixed an extra point, meaning they'd have to convert on a 2-point conversion if they wanted a chance to win. But boy, oh boy, we were going to see FSU give them every single chance to win. It starts with what I like to call the deep onside. You kick the ball to around the 30-yard line, which is past the double front line of the kick return hands team, and you attempt to just play a scramble drill where, due to a small miracle, the Florida State returner handles that ball worse than I handle teams needlessly attempting fourth down conversions, and it ends up with Boston getting the ball back in great field position. Unfortunately, Boston wouldn't be able to convert because, well, Florida's defense does look pretty good. So they turn it over on downs at the 5-yard line. But remember, Florida doesn't actually want to win this game. So by golly, it wasn't too long after that they throw a little slip screen. And just like your high school crush when you check in on them later in life, they seem to just let it all go. But instead of metaphorically letting it go by putting on 110 pounds, 9 literally let it go, giving the ball up for an easy touchdown to Boston College in a crucial moment, still in the top of the 4th. And although they would walk away with this without the extra 2 points, meaning they were 9 points away from winning, which for my mathematically challenged viewers means they'd have to take 2 more trips to the box just to put a stamp on how tense things were, as Florida State would attempt to punt the ball back to Boston College. It took them getting through a collective 3 pre-snap penalties before they were able to do it, just for Master Mono to put the master part of his name to use with a beautiful banana ball express mailed out of bounds at the 5. But don't worry, Florida really felt like this game wasn't going bad enough at this point, so they actually let up a couple of big plays once again to allow Boston College to put up a 95-yard offensive drive with only 5 minutes and 19 seconds left on the clock. But if this wasn't bad enough, Florida State would go 3 and out, only using a whopping 40 seconds of that drive and not a single timeout from Boston College before they were forced to punt it back. But luckily, their defense didn't want to lose as bad as their offense did, and their special teams did, so they actually get a pretty convincing stop. But in the last punt of the game, you just need to have nothing drastic happen. The ball goes up, it gets waved off, called poison, but the returner stands in the path of where the ball is likely to bounce instead of getting away from it himself, and it hits off of him. Luckily for Florida State, it goes out of bounds, but good God, did Florida State try to find every single way to lose this game.